my YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me today. I hope everybody is having a lovely weekend and a really relaxing Sunday. Unfortunately, mine hasn't been that relaxing. I've been painting all day, but I have had time to nip out to Aldi and do a little shop. So I'm going to be talking about a couple of things today. I'm going to be talking about batch cooking. I'm going to show you my Aldi haul, and I'm going to be talking about frugal living. And the reason for that is because I'm going to try and live more frugally for the next few weeks, because it is the run up to Christmas. And the reason I'm doing that is because I've had quite an expensive couple of months with the renovation of my kitchen, and I've recognised that, and I know I just need to sort of tighten my money belt a little bit. And I thought an ideal way to do that is to do some batch cooking. So I've been out and I've spent £20 in total. I'm going to be doing 5 different dishes, but I'm hoping to make over about 24 meals in total from that £20. The 5 meals that I've chosen all seem to have the same base ingredient anyway, which makes it a lot easier when I'm doing a batch cooking. By the way, if you're interested in seeing me do the batch cooking, I will record it, and I'm planning on doing it maybe tomorrow or Tuesday. I think tomorrow. So the meals I'm going to be doing a chicken curry, I'm going to be doing a Cajun chicken, I'm also going to be doing spaghetti bolognese, a chili con carne and shepherd's pie, and the base of all of those meals seem to have the same thing, which is garlic, onions and peppers to start them off. So it just kind of like makes it a whole lot easier for me. I can do them all together. I suppose I'm saving on fuel as well if I'm doing them in 2 big pans. So that's my plan. I just need to sort of rein it in a little bit. I think a lot of people get like confused when you talk about frugal living, and they think it's like you're just being tight, but it's not that. I find I live quite frugally anyway. I buy second hand when I can. In fact, I like to buy second hand because I always think if I've got like £100 to spend on a table, for example, I want to be buying a second-hand table that originally cost £350 rather than go and buying something cheap and chatty that's not going to last us 5 minutes. I would much rather have that bit of quality furniture second-hand, knowing it's good quality. So I do tend to, I am very mindful about what I spend anyway. I know you probably see us doing quite a lot of shopping hauls, and I'm always picking bits and pieces up, but I do think about what I'm spending, and I always like to get the best deal if I'm getting something. Actually, if I'll also in another video, if you would like us to, we'll talk about like my kitchen and how I save money from buying everything individually rather than just going to B&Q and buying the entire kitchen from B&Q. I sourced lots of things separately, so I thought that was quite frugal as well. But like I say, I think lots of people are quite negative about frugal living, and I find it, I love it because it allows me to live more luxurious in different areas of my life, because I am frugal in certain areas. But I thought for this time, just for the sake of like trying to sort of like tighten my money belt a little bit before Christmas, batch cooking would be a great way to do it. So don't get us wrong, if I go shopping and I see anything, for example, if I go over to Tesco's tomorrow and they've got 25% of the pyjamas, and I know I'm going to need pyjamas for somebody for Christmas, I'm going to buy them when I can get 25% off. I'm not going to wait until a couple of weeks' time and pay full price for them. And the same goes if I see any other offers. If I've seen packets of pasta for 20p, I'm going to buy 5 packets. Because why would I not buy it and then have to pay 45p for it next week? It just kind of makes no sense to me. So I am still going to be spending, but I'm just going to be very, very mindful of what I am spending. Right, so I'll now get on with what I'm going to be cooking. Actually, I don't even know if I've told you. I think I have just told you what I'm going to be cooking. So the first thing I picked up was this tray of chicken breast. So in total, I think it's about, do you get a kilo of chicken in here? So you get 9 chicken breasts. There might be 10, there might be a little one hid underneath. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a double portion of chicken curry, which I'll freeze. I've got some of the foil cartons. So I'm going to do a double batch of chicken curry. I'm also going to do Cajun chicken, but the Cajun chicken we will have on the day that I make it. Peaches getting excited because there's a dog walking by. So I will actually, we'll cook that because I actually put stuffed cheese in the Cajun chicken. So obviously I don't think that would freeze very well. I think it would, like as a defrost, it might split or something like that. So I'll only be making a meal for that night with the Cajun. But that should give us still 4 chicken breasts to put in the freezer. And I'll just freeze those individually and put them away. So those were £9. So the base for every meal is going to be garlic, onions and peppers. I do have a really well-stocked store cupboard, which I think lots of people do. I've got, with examples, like I've got loads of rice, pasta, garlic, stock cubes and things like that. So that's obviously going to save us some money as well, having all of that stuff in stock. But what I did buy is I bought, so each meal I'm going to start off and I'll be cooking them all together on the stove at the same time. So I'm going to be using this bag of red onions, which were 59p. I bought a bag of carrots, which were 40p, and they'll go into every dish as well. I also bought this big bag of peppers, and you get 5 peppers in there. And I think I've got a couple in the fridge that are close to date, so I'll be using those as well. And they were only 92p for 5 peppers. I also bought some tomatoes. Now, I know there's a bit of a distribution problem going on at the moment, and there was lots of things I couldn't pick up. Normally, for spaghetti bolognese and chilli, I would use a couple of tins of chopped tomatoes, but I would also use some passata, but I couldn't get any of that, so I ended up having to buy 4 tins of chopped tomatoes, and they were 37p each, so I got 4 of those. I also bought some tomato puree, and the tomato puree was 29p. And I also bought a can of kidney beans to go in the chilli. And how much were those kidney beans? I can't say them. I think they were about 49p or something like that. So I bought a can of those, and I also bought a bag of garden peas, which I will be using in the chicken curry, and I'll also be using in the shepherd's pie. And I bought some of these potatoes, which were on the Super 6 at Aldi, and they were 29p, and I thought that was just a cheaper way of buying them, just 4 baking potatoes, and I'll use them as mash, and they'll go on top of the shepherd's pie. I'm sure my camera is just dropping again. Bloody camera. Tripod rather. I also bought 2 bags of corn, which I forgot to mention, and I've had to put those in the freezer. So I got the large bags of corn from Aldi. I don't eat any red meat at all, so I use corn for, I'll use the corn for the shepherd's pie, the spaghetti bolognese and the chili con carne, and they were the large bags, and they were £2.50 each. So that was kind of everything I bought. So like I say, I spent £20, and I'm hoping to turn that into like at least 24 meals. So if you're interested in seeing how I get on, please let me know down below, and I will definitely video the batch cooking. But yeah, so that's it. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video. I know it was only a short one. If you have, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed and you would like to do so, just click that little red button. If you would like to follow us over on Instagram, it's Writes at Home 30, and hopefully I will see you guys in my next video.